Okay. I think we're there.
We're there?
Yep.
We're live? Oh, great. Very good. Well, hello, everybody. It's George the Antique Nomad, and as you saw in the thumbnail, I do need some help from you viewers. There is a big pile of stuff behind me, and I'm in the middle of my 12 Days of Christmas live sales. I want to do one day that's a theme on collector characters and toys and figures and that sort of thing, and I want to do one day that is gifts that maybe are a little more masculine appeal, although not exclusively so. And I need your help picking them out. There's a big pile here, and only 24 can make the cut. So, what I would like to have you do is follow along with me live, or if you're watching this on the afterplay, please leave comments with a timestamp of items you see as we go through that you think you would be interested in having me put in the upcoming live sales. I am going to start right here with no further ado, and we're going to go right to the edge of the space here. I guess the first thing I should show you is this pathetic pooch we saw on the thumbnail here. This guy is Stife. He's FAO Schwartz. He was done in conjunction with the American Kennel Club, and he's really cute. I have a whole bunch of things that are more collector vintage. They're from, um, 30, 40, even as recently as 25 years ago. And they're all various things that I think are interesting and fun for collectors. I have a friend who was really into collecting a lot of this stuff back in the day, and it's time for it to go. So Disney figurines. Most of these are from the Disney Classic Collection. You've got Dopey, the Cheshire Cat, Winnie the Pooh here. Some of these were Collector Club only. This one was 1993, the Animator's Choice, and that's Mickey.
Mickey?
Yeah, that's a Mickey. Donald is 1994, members only. And then this is Cupid from Fantasia with its holder. So a lot of Disney stuff, actually. There's several Disney trains. This one's big and fancy and in the box, and we'll show you another one that isn't. We also have a little more just sort of fun, cute stuff that's Disney. This Goofy here is Walt Disney Productions. So that one's a more vintage item. And if you know someone who's an Eeyore, well, this might be perfect for their car. This Larry's Hot Wheels Garage, these are about 30 years old. These actually sell for really good prices. And my intent is to start all this stuff at a pretty substantial discount to eBay. And let's see where it goes from there. So you might have a chance to get a bargain. We do have some things that are older vintage. This composition doll just came to us. That's one that I think could be in the sale. A couple of Harry Potter items, the chess set here with the wizard and all of the critters that go with him. Critters, battlers. Also, the Hogwarts Express train, that's by Lionel. And again, that's a more recent thing, but Harry Potter's been around for a while now. There's a couple Fisher Price toys on the back here, Popeye and Raggedy Ann. These were done in about 1993. So they have a lot of wooden parts. And again, they were collector stuff when they were new. They're in perfect shape in the original boxes. Below is a Franklin heirloom doll. That is Marilyn Monroe in an ermine coat, I believe. And then to the left, we've got, what's that now?
Real fur?
No, I don't believe so. I think that's
They can't
synthetic.
necessarily hear me, so repeat.
Okay, not real fur. It's actually synthetic. It just looks like ermine. A couple of Shirley Temple Ideal dolls from the 70s and 80s.
Tell people again to leave a comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's right. We have some more people in the chat now. So what we're doing is we're showing things that could appear in 2 live sales at the end of the week in my 12 Days of Live Sales series. And we just want you to leave a timestamp in the comments if there's certain things that you want us to feature in those sales, because I need your help to figure out what I should be bringing to you folks. And so let's show you some of the other possibilities here. 2 figures from the X-Files. We have an alien, and we have, was it Mulder or Scully? Mulder was the guy, right? You can tell it's been a while since I watched.
Is David Duke.
Yes, that's right. So you've got Mulder here, and then you've got an alien there.
Is it an alien?
Yeah, well, let me see. Let's read what it really is because it'll tell us here. A lot of this
It's the
stuff,
fireman.
the fireman. Okay, very good. I'm sorry to say I'm not really knowledgeable about X-Files, but I do know that a lot of these figures are selling for a bunch. The Dale Earnhardt Bear came out before he had his accident and died, and so that one's actually a pretty good collectible if someone has interested in that. Also, for the NASCAR fan, we've got NASCAR Monopoly. We've got a couple of different versions of Monopoly there. There's also the Villains of Disney, and those two are a little bit older. And then to the left is the Walking Dead version. I think the clue is not to buy the property where those people are. I'm not sure exactly what that's about, but it's fun. Okay, let's go up past Shirley Temple here. That is a Barbie Winter Princess, and those are something about 20 years old, limited edition. A lot of this was sold at FAO Schwartz before they went bankrupt.
So that's a Barbie doll.
That is a Barbie doll in there. Yes. Yeah, the Winter Princess. She's very pretty.
Okay.
And then going to the left,
Shirley Temple's
yeah,
first.
we talked about Shirley Temple. The top one is from the top one is the traditional doll that they did originally, and the bottom one, I believe, is from, I'm not sure which movie.
Tell everyone in the chat we are seeing it, but
Right. We are just showing you these items so that you can tell us which ones we should include in an upcoming live sale. These are going 24 of these items will appear in 2 live sales coming up, and the rest will not. So you get to decide what makes the cut. Please leave the timestamp and the item you would like to see in the live sale in the comments. The horse there is great. He lights up. He's a TV lamp. He's fabulous. He's from the 50s. And then uh-huh. And then in front is a 1920s boxcar from the Michigan Central Railroad. That's an old piece, I think, by Arcade Toys. Here we have 2 baskets. I think they are going to be in the sale because someone's already requested them. The top one is Pomo from California, and the bottom one is an artist-made one with all the feathers. Next to it is an old Mahjong game, so old that it's called Mahjong here. This is from the 1920s. This is what they looked like then. It's complete. The interior is good. It's a little bit worn, but I guess we all will be when we're an antique. And this truly is an antique. It's 100 years old now.
It's in the box.
And it's in the box. And when we show the stuff, if you decide that you want to see that item, we'll take the parts out and show you. The owl bookends are from about 1970. I think they're really great. If that's something that you would like to see in a live sale, please tell us in the comments. The lamp is not for sale. I don't think anyone's mistaken there. The little flax wheel I just thought was a fun miniature. And if you are someone who likes miniatures and that sort of thing, or you're a sewer or no one, you might like that. Yeah, you want to come back this way? Okay. I did not talk about this football game. This is old. This is 1930s, and Tom Hamilton was one of the first major coaches in the game. And so this is his pigskin game from about 1940. Also with the football theme, if you know someone who's an LA Rams fan, this is the old school LA Rams. There's a ticket. This is from before they went to St. Louis and then moved back. So they're back there now, but this is an old school pin, this giant one, and you can tell it's 1960s from that pin back, 60s or 70s. Let's see here. A couple of Pez, and again, this is Mickey's 80th, so this is 2008. Again, not wildly old, but limited edition. They haven't done these in years. There's also the Wizard of Oz, and they've got the collector numbers. Funnily enough, eBay came to be because of Pez dispensers. The founder wanted to find one for his gal. If these are not on the live sale, will they be in your eBay account? If they don't make the live sale, I will eventually get them in the eBay store. That's true. But I would like to put as many in the live sale, up to 24 as you folks seem to like. So let us know what you like in the comments. This old game is touring, and you can tell from the car it's from about 1950. There's a couple of men's watches here. I do get a lot of requests for those, and we are in that gift giving time. They do both work. They're both automatics from the 60s, a Seiko and a Benris.
Is this a t-shirt?
Yes, it is. This is an original 1978 Star Wars t-shirt for an adolescent.
It's white.
It's white.
See it, but it's
right.
white.
It's white. It's on the white bedspread. But yeah, this is original OG, the first issue, and there were some many. So
Okay, quick question.
yes,
Theophane, marking on that.
on the doll. I have not
And
found.
Shirley, Little Lady, Suzette by FNB, F something, potentially.
I did not see a marking on her when I look. I've only looked on the back and the back of the head. That doesn't mean that there might not be one, and I will try to do a little bit of research on her before we get to that point. But from what I could see, I didn't see a marking readily, so she might have to be undressed a little bit more. And so, but if you would like to see her in the live sale, just let us know, and I'll do a little research. A couple of more modern watches. These have never been worn. These are Croton, but again, we get people asking this time of year, so we thought we'd put them out. And then this guy, another Mickey Mouse item. Yeah, I'll move that. Is a big desk set. It's basically, yeah, it's hard because it's in the wrap, but it's a pencil cup holder and a desk caddy.
Pencil. What is all this on the side, though?
Well, it's various caddies and places to put extra
Oh, that's a
things, and then
stapler.
a stapler, right? The stapler goes with, and then this side is
Business card.
business
holder.
card holder. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. So it's basically a three-piece desk set.
And notes and notes and pen.
Pen caddy, right? Exactly. Yeah, yeah. The guy I'm helping with this stuff, a lot of it, he collected when he first moved to Florida, which was about 25 years ago. I've got a little bit along the lines of.
Mark is at the wig line. Sometimes
Mark is at the wig line. Yes, let me see if I can find it really quickly, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it in a quick hurry here. Yeah, they're usually up here by the neck or on the back. And the only thing I see a 20K mark, and that's the only mark I saw on her when I got her. So might have to do some research as to where the 20K came from. And if there is a mark under her hair is so tight, and I sure don't see anything. So
it's not decapitated.
yes, we'll have to work on that a little bit. She's really cool. I just got her.
Saying something about
A turkey. I'm not sure
I'd
exactly.
like to see paper turkey 3 inches tall and hand painted. Ma collects them.
Oh, that would be neat. I don't have anything like that right now, but I'm afraid I don't have any painted turkeys that match that description. Yes, this is an old briar pipe, and I know some people like those for setting up for decorating. If your dad, yeah, it's a cherry
Unused?
briar. Well, that's a good question. This one looks like it was not. Yeah, I don't think this was used much. It's got a mark on the back. I think it's cherry briar from France. If it was used, it was a long, long time ago. The Corvette is a promotional model. These are the cars that they give out at the dealership to keep your kids interested.
82.
And that's an 82 Chevy Corvette. Yes, the last of that nice body style. A few barware things. This is J&B Scotch from about 1970. We'll see a few other pieces as we go through. Pinups. These are all original 1940s. They were put into frames about 40 years later, but they're Earl Moran. And also, I think Grant is one of the artists, and they're very cute. So, if someone has interest in those, again, anything you're interested in seeing in a live sale, please put a timestamp and let us know what it is. Mickey Mouse, we've got the telephone. This is the push button phone. So, second generation here, but it's an older one. Then we've got a whole bunch of the. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. We got to get in proper position here. There's a bunch of troll dolls here. I put out the whole collection. These are the newer ones from China, the Russ, although the Dracula is kind of cool. And I'm certainly willing to sell those for the client. But the ones that are valuable and more interesting are the ones that say damn on the bottom because they were made in Denmark. And this is about the very end of when they were making these. These are the originals that came out originally in the 60s, and then they were made up until the 80s.
You get 4 of those.
We've got 4 of those, yes. The Skiing Poodle appeared in a previous sale with something it didn't belong with, so I thought we'd see if anyone wanted to have that again.
Hot Wheels.
This is actually rather scarce. If you know someone who's a Hot Wheels collector, these are worth about $100 because this is from 1968, the year it came out.
Molded plastic.
Molded plastic. It's never been off the card. It's got a little wear on the high points, but it actually is an intact original. A little bit of beer stuff here. We've got, let's get that off. We've got the Kruger beer here. Blatz beer is a light up sign, and we've got Heineken, the wooden shoe. So those are all things that could appear if you like them. This little Mickey guy here, I'll open up real quickly. You know, again, this is something that by Etsy standards is vintage. This is more than 20 years old, but it's never been out of its original box. So that's a little watch and golf set. Playboy glass. We've got this one, which is the Wolf. This is part of a Budweiser series from about 20 or 25 years ago as well, talking about the Great Wolf. This is Disney Invicta watch set here.
Tiger says he can chat right now, actually.
What's that now?
Tiger says he can chat.
Tiger says he can chat right now. Okay, very good.
So we made it through that kids channel thing.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that, Tiger. That's great. So they finally let you into the chat. That's good. A couple of vintage cameras here. Those could appear in a sale if there's interest in those. This thing I think is neat and it does work. I put a new battery in it. It is a 1983 thoroughbred horse race analyzer. So it's one of the early video, electronic handheld games, I guess we'll say. And they say that it's a 60% accuracy to win, place, or show. Couple of Hot Wheels here. These are not terribly old, but they're kind of fun and significant to people collecting. Little compass here. 3 cigarette lighters, one advertising Oasis filter cigarettes that's never been out of its package from the 60s. Anyway,
this is a lighter.
This is a lighter, and it's actually in its original wax paper wrapper. If your dad is Hercules, maybe he'd like that little lighter. And this is a Scripto in the box.
Okay.
And
got a few more people, so maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe I should say again, the reason that we're doing this is I'm asking for your help. These are items that are going, we need 24 of these items to choose to pick to go into live sales at the end of this week as part of our 12 days of live sales. And there was just so much of similar stuff, and a lot of it is more collector vintage, and so it's not my usual thing. So I need your help to tell me what things you like and would like to see. So if you see anything in this video, or if you're watching after, please leave a comment with the timestamp and the item, and we will try to get that in a live sale for you. This guy is pretty cool. He is a carved lucite duck-headed cane, and this is from about 1950. This is not something you see too terribly often, because most of them were dropped or broken or thrown away long ago. So he's pretty neat, and it's sort of a clear color. He's got that great eye in the carving.
Light there.
A little better light there.
What's the Invicta?
The Invicta is this set here. This is the watch set with all its original bands. Yes, it's the limited edition. The outer box has a little bit of tape on it, but it's never been used, from what I can tell. Let's see.
Tiger, you said, Tiger, I'm going to have to get near George's microphone. Tiger said Star Trek, but actually it's just, I think it's only Star Wars. Right?
Well, she may see these.
Did he see that?
Let's move out here, and then we'll talk about those. So there are 2 classic Star Treks from Playmates, and Playmates stuff is actually pretty collectible if you look it up. This is early 90s, and they didn't do a lot of original swag for Star Trek, so this is the first generation during the next generation of collectible toys, and these actually have pretty good value. Down there as well. One is the Enterprise, and one is the deck of the Enterprise with all the figures, the bridge, yes. And then again, this isn't wildly old, but this isn't one of the ones currently available. How could you do without the Lady Leg Lamp? That's that was such a great movie. Oh, we missed just a couple things here. Yep, that's right. Let's take a look at those. We saw the Hot Wheels, but let's get in.
What is this?
This is a guy. This is from a few years ago. This is a guy who won one of the.
Oh, it's like a wheelchair.
Yeah, Wheels Frotheringham. Yeah, he's like the champion wheelchair athlete. Yeah.
Wheelie chair.
Yes. These are Black Hills Gold, and they're 2 different sets. It doesn't go together. So there's a pair of cufflinks with the Black Hills Gold top, and then there's this, which is a tie bar. So those could be in a live sale if you like. A little bit of men's jewelry for a change. Although the couplings could go to anybody, and I suppose depending how you wear it, so could those. A couple of fishing reels if you like these for decoration or you just have somebody who's a fisherman in the family. Those are 1950s and early 60s, and they all work all the way they should. The Battlestar Galactica, this is original from 1979.
I think
Yeah, I think 9. 78, actually.
78. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. It's the Marvel Super Special number 8. So this might be fun if you are into sci-fi or know someone who is, and we just whack the camera with it. But
That's fine.
okay. So
Wait,
let's.
hold on. You got Dina the Dancing Orion.
Oh, yes, that's right. Speaking of Star Trek, this is actually a sculpted piece, and it's basically like a model you put together. But this is 1993. I mean, this stuff. It's funny how time passes by. I did a big appraisal in Seattle, and the guy who's the manager of Pearl Jam. He collected tons of this stuff, and he had $50,000 with it. So some of this stuff actually is worth some money now.
Ray Mitchell is saying men's jewelry and fishing reels good gifts for dad. So
Right, and that is the idea. There are 2 live sales that we're trying to pick items for, and this is what I need your help with. I'm trying to pick 12 items for a good gifts for dad that are things that our viewers might actually appreciate either for themselves or as a gift to give to somebody. And the other one is 12 toys, games, characters, that sort of thing. So, again, if you're watching this after the broadcast or even right now, put a timestamp in the comments with items you'd like to see in one of those live sales, because that's how we're going to pick. There's a big haul here, and only 24 will make the cut.
lie detector.
Yes. Okay. So our last grouping here, it's not in perfect condition, but it seems to have everything it needs, including the lie detector, and it works. This is a great game out of the 60s, and it might be a fun nostalgia piece or something you could use to grill your family over the holiday meal. Strategy manager, this hasn't been opened yet. This was a guy in the 80s trying to design a game that would be interesting for people to get them to do something other than video games. So that is new in the box. So is Bargain Hunter. This seems like it might be something up the alley of our viewers.
Flojo, did I miss the dog? No.
Flojo,
The dog was the beginning.
we'll end on the dog because we're getting close to it there. So Bargain Hunter is new in the box. I think that's, gosh, 35 years old at least. The Mummy Watch is new in the package.
Wait, Bargain Hunter's a game?
Bargain Hunter is a game, and I'm sure some of our viewers either know it or imagine themselves doing it. Universal Studios Mummy, it glows in the dark, and no, it's not uranium. It's something else that's phosphorescent. These are original 1940s roller skates in the box, and I believe that these are a women's pair. I'm not sure. No, they're a men's pair. There we go. Or depending on your size, exactly. And it's got this great 10-cent comic book on skating skills. So this is actually looking like early 50s. Hello, Mr. Antique Nomad. Well, hello there. We were just watching one of your videos.
You're trying Vlogmas.
Yes, that's right. We are too. Um, this might be something, depending on your interest, regardless who you are, this might be something to put in. This is a very good early history of the United States book. It's in wonderful condition. It's got the marbled pages, and this is true antique. There's a picture of the Capitol. And this says from the Aboriginal times to the present day, and the present day was 1876. So this was the centennial edition. So this is right at the end of Reconstruction, talking about the history of the United States up to that point. So this is a cool thing. If it seems like something you would like to see in a live sale, it can go there. And then there's a bunch of board games here. We've got a couple of different editions of Triominoes. The early one, yeah, the early one's 60s. This one's the 25th anniversary. We've got Rumi Cube. We've got Dealer's Choice from 1973, which was my favorite game as a kid. We've got Othello, which is one of my favorite games now. And I think what's that at the bottom there? Upwards, yes.
Upwards, yeah.
So any of these might just be fun. These are all more used. They're not new in the package, but they're old, so that's why.
What is this?
This is the Golden Edition featuring 50 years of Disney theme parks. So this came out in 2005. Believe it or not, that's almost Etsy compliant for vintage. It's amazing what is vintage these days. But this is one of 3 trains that are available, along with the Walt Disney World train, which is an even more fancy one, and the Harry Potter over there.
Okay, so is that it?
That is it. So since
No,
oh,
not
I
yet.
was okay, not yet.
So, for people on the replay, leave the comment in the comment section, not the chat, because you're watching on the replay. I'm going to run back through the comments because there aren't a ton
Oh, okay, and
in
see
the
if there's
chat.
any
And
easy.
then, yeah, I'm just going to try to see if anybody said anything, and you can just grab it.
Okay,
So Harry Potter items.
okay,
Someone is saying that.
very good.
Then we've got the Barbie, which I'm assuming is just the one.
I've only got the
Okay.
one.
Then, let's see, pinups.
Great, yes, very cute.
Then Isabel is asking about mid-century here, but
There'll be some mid-century on, well, tomorrow. In fact, the live sale tomorrow is 12 items for the holiday table, and that includes some
okay, and
mid-century
the Star Trek.
Star Trek stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, Disney.
Disney. Okay, I figured that was probably a case.
Yeah, repeat what I'm saying in case you can't hear me. Let's see.
We're going through comments.
Skipto, SCIP.
Oh, the Scripto lighter.
Scripto.
Okay, very good. We'll make a note of that too.
Okay, Lois is saying glass and pottery, Christmas older games, linens, quilts.
Okay, we will have quite a bit of very pretty glass tomorrow that's vintage.
Invicta.
The Invicta Disney, great. We'll put that aside.
Cane.
I think the cane is so cool. That's great.
Trolls, the damn trolls.
Good. Those are really neat.
The leg lamp, I think. Jenny, maybe?
I think the leg lamp's definitely going in a sale.
Okay, someone else wants the Enterprise Bridge.
Great, we'll put that in.
Fishing reels, someone's asking about the brand on the fishing reel.
Oh, yes, I didn't really touch on that. Let's see if someone's asking about the brands on the fishing reels, and I'm trying to remember what this red one is. And, it's not marked. I thought I knew, but I don't see any sort of an identification mark on that one, honestly. It's just a good color. The other one is a Fluger.
A what?
A Fluger. Fluger is marked right there.
Fluger.
They were one of the better fishing reel makers of the time.
Okay. Wizard of Oz Pez.
Okay, very good.
Okay, I'm going back now, so.
Well, that's great. That's very helpful because
I'm going to keep going.
We're going to keep going, and we definitely the book. Yes, I thought the book was the winner.
Dale Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt, the bear. Yep, absolutely. I think that's a good one. Dopey is one of the figures. Yep.
Okay. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, yes.
Vintage Disney.
The more vintage pieces, we just had a few.
Invicta, Star Trek. History book.
Okay, very good. So we've got interest in Star Trek, some Disney, Invicta watches, the history book. This is very helpful, and thank you. It's really good to know because we want to have these sales.
Detector.
Lie Detector, that's a great game. We want to have these sales on, I believe this coming Friday and Saturday or Thursday and Friday. I haven't quite decided which. So if you have particular days that are better for you to watch, let me know that in the comment as well. And we'll try to decide which place to put it so that you have a chance at it. Our live sales continue tomorrow, and they are noon Eastern. It's the 12 Days of Christmas live sales. So
someone's asking, I think, about the cameras.
The cameras, yes, there is a Konica and there is a Kodak Signet. These are the two that we have presently. and they both work. I've tested both of them, not with film, but I've tested all of the working parts that we can. The Mahjong, yeah, that is a neat piece, and we will definitely. I'd love to feature that, so I think we will put that in a sale.
People are saying Thursday and Friday weekdays are better.
Weekdays, great.
Weekends we're at garage sales. The old train. The old train is.
The old train is the train car here, I believe. The old cast iron.
Teofane, is that what you're talking about? The old train car there? Or
yeah, I think so, because all the others are new.
You would want the other stuff.
Yeah, because he's into antique stuff. And this is truly antique. I mean, this would have come out about 1920, so 100 years old now. It's hard to believe. Yeah, I think it's really neat, and the detail is really good. So,
not really. We're in a 100-year-old house.
Well,
look at the cracks.
Yeah, the 100-year-old house is not doing as well as the 100-year-old cast iron toy.
Yeah, well.
Well, that is great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of your help. You know, part of the idea is to bring this stuff to you, and I want to bring the things that you like. And because we usually have such an emphasis on tableware and giftware and glass and pottery and porcelain and all those pretty things, this is something just a little bit different that we can do that can make this a little interesting and spice up this group of sales. So thank you very much for your suggestions. And we will be. Are
the pinups lithos or calendar pages?
They are not. They are like handbill size. They're like postcard size. They're not postcards, but they're that. They're like a 4x6, I believe, and they are original. They're from the 1940s.
Teofane saying the doll might be 20. 20 might refer to the height.
That might well be because she looks like she's about 20, but I'm going to see if that mark is actually something I can trace to a particular doll. So.
And Catherine is asking about Mahjong, and we just have the one over there.
Yeah, that's the only one I have right now.
Box cube, and then that's the booklet.
Yes, yeah, that's the original 1920s version with the bone and bamboo pieces that are the tiles and the markers and everything.
Brad is saying Jill Elvgren?
I don't know if there's an Elvgren in here. There's an Earl Moran. It looks like it's Hoffman, Moran, and yeah, no, it's not Elvgren. There is not. These are not Elvgren. They're contemporaries of Elvgren, but they're other artists.
Okay.
And any other questions that we have while people are looking?
No. Lorraine says she enjoys the chats, and Lorraine enjoys the live chats, and
oh, I enjoy the live chat and stuff too. It's just really great. It's a chance for everybody to get together and share this stuff that we all like. And thank you for sharing your thoughts on this with me. We will take those and distill them into a couple of live sales at the end of this week. So
there's going to be a special Lucky 13.
Yes, Zeno has announced, and I think it's a wonderful idea that when we're done with the 12 days of live sales, that we will have one more, the Lucky 13 sale, and he is going to pick 13 items from my storehouse, and whatever he picks is what we're going to put on, and we're going to see how it does. And that's great because there's some cool stuff there, and there's some bargains there, so we'll have fun with that. And I guess that's about it. Do you want to show the dog one more time for Flojo if she's still there? Yeah. This is the dog that started this all out. He is Stife. He's not the stiff mohair like Stife, but he's a Stife that was done for the American Kennel Club and sold through FAO Schwartz, and sold through them shortly before the time that they went kaput. And got into financial trouble. And so because of that, I don't think there's a whole lot of these around.
Where's the Knopf?
I don't know that he has a Knopf in ear because he's a special edition. So he may not have one. It's a rarity, but there are a few Stife pieces that were not made with it. And I think this is one of those. So that is it. And we will see you all soon. Tomorrow, maybe at the live sale at noon Eastern. And
someone's saying copper luster. Is that referring to the horse?
I don't think so. Copper luster is a type of ceramic, and if I have an interesting piece left, I think it's in Washington, actually. I don't think I have it here with me, but if I find anything between now and the end of the live sales, I'll put it in.
Okay. So someone says they saw him at the Fifth Avenue store.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this guy that I got a lot of this from lived in New York and got a lot of these at FAO Schwartz when they were contemporary, you know, 25, 30 years ago. So thanks so much, and we will see all of you folks tomorrow. Thanks for your help and your input, and I'll be curious to see your comments.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.